So what have I got here? I've got a drum lid, a fan, and it would be a fairly large drum that goes down probably about 1.5 feet, 2 foot, or about 50 centimeters. Now, why would I have a fan on top of a drum? So the idea behind this is I'm going to turn this into a bit of an evaporative cooler. It's really simple in its design. You have one drum, large drum going down here. You have a bag of ice in there, or ice dumped in it. Have a fan on the top, and have it connected to a power source so it's running. And as the ice melts, the cool air rises up. It hits the fan, which then draws it out even quicker. And yeah, you have a small little portable air conditioner. The plan of this one will be to be used while camping. So essentially I'll have this connected up to a small little power bank, a couple of bags of ice in there, and have it in a tent on a hot day. Which in Australia, we're going into summer now, expecting about a 40-degree weekend. So something like this should hopefully help cool down a tent at night. Anyway, I'm going to bust out the Dremel and see what I can do. So right now we're not looking too pretty, but as you can see, the idea in principle is there. So I've got the power cable coming out of here, don't have to worry about that. With the fan mounted very loosely with just 2 screws. Granted, this will be cleaned up prior to being a finished product. And also around the edges, which are not very good at all. But as I said, it is functional. So now time to get the electronic side of it. So to get this fan running off a power bank. So looking at the back of the sticker here, it runs at 12 volt at 0.42 amps. I'm going to try and force 5 volts into it. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. But looking at the back here, we have positive, minus, and Y it says. And I'm going to see if I can just solder directly onto there. Just a USB cable with plus and minus, well, just running off the purely off the power, not the data lines. And so here we've got the fan running in all its glory with RGB blue, or just blue LEDs. No RGB here. It is running purely off 5 volt. As you can see here, I've left the original cable on it and just modified the other one slightly. It's running at 5 volt, drawing, where is it? 0.74 amp. Overall, it's not overly powerful. So if you watch this, for example, if I move it up, it's barely blowing the tissue off. So it's not exactly powerful, but if you just want something to circulate air inside of a tent, like a 2-man tent at night, it very well may be usable. So I'm going to refine this a little bit more. I'm going to carve out the plastic a bit better, figure out where to run this USB, probably remove the original cable here, it's sticking out here, and yeah, mostly be done from there. So I'll show you the finished product in just a second.